contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
So, the best food in this area is in Oakmont right now. The Lot at Edgewater, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, Michael A's, Vinny's Tavern, and the place that started it all, Carnivores. I'm telling you, folks, I've eaten at all of them. And my man J.K., the Oakmont Restaurant King, delivers nothing but the best. Oakmont, the best food, the best community. Check it out. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. And it's a rough ride out there for folks on the Parkway West, still backing before the top of Green Tree Hill ahead of those Fort Pitt tunnels. And maybe you were thinking of using Noblestown Road, scooting through the West End as a way to get around the Parkway West. Well, you're stuck in very heavy traffic on Noblestown, approaching the intersection with South Main, and South Main is clogged as you head toward the West End Circle, so keep that in mind. Plan ahead for lane restrictions on Route 380 Bigelow Boulevard today. Crews could be doing guide rail repair work and forcing a single lane in each direction on Bigelow Boulevard anytime between now and 3 p.m. Those restrictions could grab you between I-579 and the Heron Avenue intersection. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be cloudy, breezy, and cold with flurries and a couple of heavier snow showers. Snow can accumulate a coating to an inch. Watch for slippery travel conditions, the high 24. Rather cloudy tonight, brisk and quite cold with a couple of snow showers, mainly early, though 14. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
It's the Big K Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest three stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Wow. Not enough superlatives and dramatic adjectives to describe what's happening in Los Angeles right now. And I know you ain't there, and I know you don't care, but you should. I have been at this more than 35 years, and I've been to floods, I've been in tornadoes, in hurricanes, at earthquake sites. I have never, ever seen anything. It scares the hell out of me for those poor people in Los Angeles. And we have Daryl Jones on hold as well, the fire chief, about this tragic carbon monoxide deaths in Butler County. But first, let's go to John Baird in L.A. from our sister station, KNX. John, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning. It is. It's been crazy. I'll tell you what, all night.
Hey, John, kind of describe in the heart of this. It seems like panic, hysteria, mayhem. It has this surreal, apocalyptic feel to it.
No, it really does. I got up here about 4 hours ago, and when I was driving along Pacific Coast Highway, coming out of Santa Monica, then you go up a couple of miles here in Pacific Palisades, the first thing I thought is I'm driving into hell. I mean, I've got all these embers coming at me. We had fires on the side, on the right, because the left is the ocean. A lot of fire crews stationed there along the beaches. And then farther up, in fact, I guess I'm in unincorporated Malibu in this neighborhood on Coastline Drive, and there have been homes that have burned up and down the street all night, and fire crews have been here trying to protect the ones that they could while the homes next door burned. And let me tell you, they were doing that with the winds just blasting through here. It was crazy.
Hey, kind of set the stage in terms of, are folks in fear? I saw bulldozers pushing cars off the edge of the road. People have to abandon their cars and run for cover. Is that true?
Yeah, that's my understanding, is that a police officer went through there. They were stuck in gridlock, and then the fire, I don't know, across the road or something. And I guess police officers were running through there telling people, run for your lives. And they got out of their cars and abandoned them. And then at that point, the road was blocked from the cars. So eventually a bulldozer moved a bunch of them, from what I can tell, and, obviously damaged them, but got them out of the way so people could get out and fire crews could get in.
And John, this is John Baird in L.A. with KDKA. John, tell us, in terms of the speed of this growing, how fast is this exploding, the fire?
Actually, I don't know the answer to that. We haven't had recent updated numbers. I just can tell you what I've been watching for the past 3 hours are all the homes in this neighborhood. Not all of them, but so fire trucks, positioned in between where they're trying to protect the homes that have not burned and are not burning. In fact, I'm going back up the street right now. I've got an apartment complex on the right, which is pretty much gone, but the one next to it is not burned. And I've got about 5 or 6 or 8 homes on my left that haven't burned. But the farther up you go, then it's like 2 or 3 homes burned and 1 or 2 saved, all the way up the block, as far as I can tell. There's a lot of devastation here.
John Baird with KNX in L.A. Hey, John, kind of describe for the folks in Pittsburgh, because they don't really know the proximity. Where are you at in Los Angeles, and how are you situated?
If you are looking at a map, Santa Monica is on the coast there. LA's to the east. So we're just north of Santa Monica. So if you're driving down the 10 freeway and then you go through this tunnel and up PCH, you're then heading north toward Malibu on the coast. And a couple miles up on the right-hand side, or on the right side, there's that huge area, affluent area of Pacific Palisades. A lot of celebrities live there. I'm just north of that in unincorporated Malibu, but this is also a very affluent area with homes burning. But they were chased out of there, and I guess it was frightening. And the other thing is, I was told this morning when I came in that some people showed up injured at, I believe it was Duke's Restaurant in Malibu in the parking lot there last night. They had burns. They were people that did not evacuate, and there was a firefighter who suffered a pretty severe head injury. He's been taken to the hospital. And by the way, I've got a fire truck rolling by right now, and I have embers coming at me again because of all these properties that are still burning in this neighborhood. In fact, embers falling around my car. I'm hoping it doesn't catch fire.
Wow. Please be safe, John, as you're covering this, and we thank you for being in the middle of it and sharing what's going on. Tell us about the Santa Ana winds, because I understand that's really one of the biggest problems here.
Well, we go through this every year, and we have a period of time, often it's in October, November, that we have these fierce Santa Ana winds that blow a different direction than normal. They dry everything out, and they push fire. So if something sparks, a power line comes down, it's sparking, it catches fire, and then it just takes off because of these winds. And what happened was forecasters came out a couple of days ago and said, oh, my gosh, we're going to have another huge event. They have these red flag warnings that warn of extreme fire weather conditions with the wind and the low humidity and the very dry brush. But then they actually elevated this to what they called a particularly dangerous situation. That's what they labeled the situation this week. And in fact, that's exactly what it was before the fire broke out in Camarillo 3 months ago and the fire broke out in Malibu 2 months ago. Same situation, same really intense winds coming through here, and that's exactly what they have. And I know I haven't even been keeping track of all the fires. I know of, I think, of about 4 of them. This is the biggest. There's one up by the mountains in Altadena near Pasadena. And there's one up by Sylmar if you're going up over the Grapevine there to go to. Yeah, I mean, so this has been horrendous. And I just heard one of our county supervisors talking on the radio. They're expecting these red flag warnings to be in effect until tomorrow night. That means these winds are going to be a problem, and it's going to be a lot tougher for fire crews to really get a handle on this.
Up to 100-mile-an-hour winds, John. They can't put choppers in the air. Is that true?
Well, I was just talking to a man who was asking the same question, but I don't know that I'd want to be flying. I'm not a pilot, but I don't recall seeing pilots fly in horrendous winds like that. I think it'd be way too dangerous. Right. And then, one of our anchors pointed out that the other thing is when you're trying to make a drop, how do you place it just right? So, because it's going to blow in another direction. I even saw that with planes when they were knocking down the fire in Malibu. They were dropping the red retardant. I mean, you've got to be right on to get it on the flames.
All right, man. Is 0% under control? 0? Is that accurate?
Well, last I heard, it was at 0%. And I think we're going to get an update here in about an hour.
KNX LA. John, it's amazing. Are you nervous in terms of your personal safety? Because it sounds like you could be in jeopardy.
You know, I was when I first came up here. I mean, I've covered many fires over the years. I try to be really careful. If I go into a situation where it's dicey, I try to go in, get some pictures, do a couple of interviews, and get out because I don't want to be caught back there. I also want to be near fire crews because, you know, you could find yourself in a situation and it's too late to get out. When I came up here today, it was awful, but there are fire crews up and down the street, and I feel relatively safe at the moment. But you just never know with the wind blowing like this.
Wow. John, appreciate you, brother. It's amazing stuff, man. I can't thank you enough, and how slammed you are. We love you, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, be safe.
All right, take care.
You know, I'm kind of a risk taker, as my wife sitting here knows. I went into the eye of, I'm not trying to make myself a hero. I'm just telling you what reporters end up doing. I went into the eye of a hurricane, Hurricane Andrew. And I remember being on the phone with my boss in Dallas, and we had a brand new satellite truck. It was $1 million. He said, don't drive that truck into that hurricane. I didn't hear him, and I drove the truck into the hurricane. We were in a hotel. It was 3 stories. The winds from the hurricane ripped the top floor off the hotel. I was in the 2nd floor, and the roof was torn off. And I was live on the air within 10 minutes in the middle of a hurricane. You do stupid things sometimes as a reporter. I'm saying I'm not saying he's being stupid, but the story's that significant. But I have never, generally we don't in Pittsburgh spend all this time on a fire in L.A., but honey, I've never ever seen anything like this.
Well, and I think one of the big differences is that it's a very populated area. So, you know, sometimes when the wildfires happen there, it's in more of a forest area, not impacting as many people. But clearly, these are a lot of homes and a lot of people impacted, both, you know, with their lives and with their property.
Unbelievable, folks. We'll be right back. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
Awful as the rush hour was, with very, very heavy and slow traffic on a lot of major arteries. Things have eased off considerably. You still have backups on the Parkway West, for example, inbound greeting you at the top of Green Tree Hill, and on the Parkway East, now easing off to about the Edgewood-Swissvale interchange as you make your way into the Squirrel Hill tunnels. But behind the Liberty tunnels, you're just down to traffic light delays on Route 51 and West Liberty Avenue. 28 is moving along nicely, all clear down past the 40th and 31st Street bridges. Parkway North, I-279 is a decent ride for you at this point as well. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, folks, it's Marty for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit, no payments for 3 years. Restrictions apply. Have a price, they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Autism Urban Connections is celebrating 10 years of service with a black tie reception on Saturday, January 25th at the Sheraton Hotel Station Square. AUC is proud to celebrate a decade of dedicated service to African American and minority families impacted by autism in Pittsburgh and beyond. Enjoy a VIP cocktail hour with a live band, dinner, silent auctions, a DJ, dancing, celebration, and awards. Help support and celebrate Autism Urban Connections. Information and tickets available at whammo1073.com.
Get connected. That's the Inside Connection this Saturday morning at 9 with your local Medicare experts from MediConnect. If you're turning 65, hear all the inside information available to seniors on the Inside Connection, presented by MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
Paul Alexander. I, for one, love a sure bet. Putting my money up knowing I'm going to win, that's why I bet on Awaken 180. It was a sure thing, and the results proved it to all of us. Start your new year out knowing you'll reach your goal. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I pray for those folks. I don't give a crap if they're rich. I don't care. It's irrelevant, the size of the home or the scope or whether they're movie stars. I don't care. It's the destructive nature of this and the frightening aspect of folks running for their lives.
Absolutely. And a lot of them are everyday people. It's not just, wealthy people, and it's really terrifying. It reminds me of Hawaii and all those sad people who died trapped in the fire there, and hopefully they've learned some lessons from that.
Oh, I don't know. It just moves so fast. And if you saw those bulldozers pushing cars off of cliffs, so telling people to run for the water.
Well,
Jesus.
I heard this morning that because the winds are so strong that there were parts of the fire that doubled in an hour.
Whoa.
Doubled, in an hour. It's crazy.
I've got one of my favorite people and one of the most educated experts on fires and fire safety in the country, who's our own fire chief, Dr. Daryl Jones. As a matter of fact, he has a doctorate on the air here right now on the VMix. But we have him here for that. But I also want to talk to him about these carbon monoxide deaths in Butler County, which kind of rip your heart out. Good morning, Chief. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Marty. How are you today?
Well, Chief, as you're hearing, and as you know, because you're so in tune to these sorts of things, first let's talk about this L.A. fire. What the hell do you do as a fire chief if you're manning up to try and bring that under control, sir, to save, first of all, the public, to save homes and to protect your own people? What do you do?
Well, the first thing you do, let me preface this by saying I am not a wildland firefighter. That is a specialty unto itself.
Right.
And as an urban and firefighter, I recognize that basically if I get out of the building, I'm safe. But a wildland fire moves as fast as the wind blows. So if I'm a mile or two within the woods, the wind changes direction. Trying to get out of the way of that is very, very difficult, as you can imagine. And so my prayers go out to them. The best thing, though, in any fire, whether it's wildland or urban, is prevention and to be prepared before the fire starts. And that's where you gain the most benefit. Of course, no matter what we do, there's still going to be incidents where there's fire. But if we were better prepared and plan correctly, we can mitigate the damage of the fire. A wildland fire, like I said, is in the hands of Mother Nature, in the hands of God. The wind blows, the fire grows as fast as the wind blows. So every plan has to be very flexible, and depending on what the fire does, you might have to dispose of that plan and come up with a plan B real quick.
All right, let's transition, because this is important, and you know a lot about this. 3 dead. This rips my heart out. And Chief Jones, I was looking at statistics. I had no idea. More than 400 Americans die from unintentional carbon monoxide poisoning, not linked to fires each year. More than 100,000 visits to emergency rooms. More than 14,000 people hospitalized. 3 found dead, 2 injured from carbon monoxide poisoning last night. This is tragic, is it not, sir?
Yes, it is. It is, no doubt about it.
And what do you tell folks to do? What do you recommend here? Because a lot of folks don't have these detectors in their homes.
I recommend that they get a carbon monoxide detector. They should have one, at least one, on every floor of their home, in the common areas, outside of sleeping areas. But you also have to be careful. You do not want one within 15 feet of a gas burning appliance, because every appliance gives off a specific amount of carbon monoxide. So you'll end up with a lot of false alarms. Once it becomes a nuisance to you, then you take the carbon monoxide detector down. So we don't want that to happen. And we also don't want those with attached garages, keep it about 10, 15 feet away from the garage door, the man door into the home. Other than that, you want to make sure, just like everything else, it's maintained properly. So there's a whole lot of different carbon monoxide detectors on the market. You have to read the packages carefully. Maybe the retailer you're buying them from may have some information for you to help you decide which one to get.
The truth is, it's a silent killer, is it not, sir?
Yes, carbon monoxide is a odorless, colorless, tasteless gas. It is slightly lighter than air, so it tends to rise. The way it operates in the body is it attaches to the red blood cells, and since it attaches so tight, when you're breathing, oxygen can't reach the red blood cells, and so basically you suffocate.
Wow. Hey, Chief, we've talked about this before. This is Chief Darrell Jones. A significant number of homes in Pittsburgh don't have smoke detectors at all, and certainly don't have carbon monoxide detectors at all, do they, sir?
Yes, and we're still working on that. Now, I can't address specifically the carbon monoxide problem, but we've had a program in place for smoke detectors almost the whole time I've been here,
Yes, sir.
which is going on 18 years now. Will you dial the city's 311 line, and we will schedule a time to make an appointment with you to come out and install the smoke detectors. We are in partnership with the American Red Cross Sound the Alarm program. So the American Red Cross has provided us a lot of smoke detectors and resources, and we go out and will install the smoke detectors you need in your home.
And Chief Jones, explain some reasons that could cause a buildup of carbon monoxide.
Nice.
Like, how could there be too much in a house that could kill someone like this?
The majority of the problem is not using the heating appliances properly. If you're using your stove or oven for heating the home, that's a problem. Some people, I've had cases where trying to stay home, stay warm. There was no utilities on, and people actually tried to use a charcoal grill to stay warm inside the home, and that didn't end well. The other one is maintenance of the appliances. Are you changing your filters in your furnace? Are you maintaining your furnace according to manufacturer's directions? These are the things that you need to take care of right away. Those most likely are the number one causes of carbon monoxide poisoning in the home.
Chief Jones, thank you, sir. You're the best. We really appreciate you, my man. You're the awesome. It's awesome. It's very important stuff. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, man.
You guys have a good day.
I wanted to ask you, honey. I'm stupid about this stuff. We have the carbon monoxide detectors, right?
We do. Yes. We have those and some others. And I did read also, I just want to add that it could be leaving your car on as well. And I do wonder sometimes with these electric cars and cars that are so...
Well, hold on. The electric's not going to... But to your point, this has actually happened. To your point. So what happens is, honey, these cars, they have these automatic starters in the key fob. So what's happened is people get out of their car, because I've seen this in garages with the cars running. They go up into the house. This has happened. And the car's running in the garage. Then you die from
That's
the
what I'm
fumes.
saying. I have left my car before and not realized it was on.
Same.
And thankfully it beeped at me and
Same.
told me. But sometimes they're so quiet now, even though ours is not hybrid or, electric, that's something to be careful about,
It's
too.
absolutely 100% true. And I think you're the one that made sure we had the carbon monoxide detectors in the house, right?
We had that, and I believe it was the natural gas, too. We have extra. We have a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Just please, folks.
Very cautious. It's worth being cautious.
You got to think about this today for your home and for your family's safety. Call 311. The smoke detectors are free. Please do it.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free. with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121.
Hey, this is Lisa from Nest Expressions Window Fashions. Visit Pittsburgh's one and only newest Hunter Douglas Gallery at 2015 Village Run Road, 724-933-5500 or nestexpressions.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
22 with light snow at Pittsburgh International. It's 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Fierce wildfires are raging in the Los Angeles area with fast-moving flames burning through homes and businesses. Residents are fleeing smoke-filled canyons. KNX reporter John Baird described one of the three infernos for KDK Radio's Marty Griffin just a few minutes ago.
Driving along Pacific Coast Highway, coming out of Santa Monica, then you go up a couple of miles here in Pacific Palisades. The first thing I thought is I'm driving into hell.
Most of the fires began Tuesday and have been burning uncontained today, fueled by powerful Santa Ana winds with gusts over 70 miles per hour. That makes it too dangerous for aircraft to attack the fires from the sky. The high winds are expected to ease this afternoon. At-large Allegheny County Council member Sam DeMarco is stepping down to work for U.S. Senator Dave McCormick. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
DeMarco told KDKA's Larry Richard that he's thrilled to join Senator McCormick and his staff as the Southwestern Pennsylvania Regional Director.
You know, there's a lot of things as we look forward to, trying to attract businesses, trying to attract jobs, trying to do things to make things better, the region better for all the Pennsylvanians here. And any way that I can contribute, and even just in a small way, I'm honored to do so.
DeMarco will make his resignation official at next Tuesday's council meeting after serving since 2015. The GOP caucus will select DeMarco's replacement on council, and the county's Republican committee will elect a new party leader. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Pittsburgh Regional Transit says the Social Security and driver's license numbers of current and former employees were stolen in a ransomware attack last month. PRT says people with compromised personal data should monitor their accounts and statements and report any suspicious activity to police, the Attorney General, and major credit bureaus. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 177 points at 42,352. The S&P right now is down 19 points, and the NASDAQ down 61. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Start a new journey of clean eating at Salem's Market. Fresh halal meats, produce, dairy, and everyday essentials to help put you on the right track towards healthy living. Find more online at salemsmarketgrill.com. And Happy New Year from Salem's Market. If you're over 60 and looking for a weight loss program built specifically for you, Awaken 180 is your solution with Awaken 180 Golden, a new 1 to 3 month program for fast weight loss tailored to those over 60. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. During Window Nation's January sale, get 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest and 0 payments for 2 years. Sale ends January 31st, so schedule your consult today at 866-90Nation or at windownation.com.
Details at kdkaradio.com.
So here's the deal about punchkis. They're massive, like the size of a sheet cake, full of creams and fruits, and my boys at Oakmont Bakery make them best. Mark Sorrell makes them best. This is punchki season that goes along with Mardi Gras. And you know how I feel about Oakmont Bakery. The best product, the best service, the best family. Everything at Oakmont Bakery, including right now, punchki season, is delicious.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. More than a show, it's a global travel extravaganza, January 24th through the 26th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's your savings ticket with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your adventure is waiting for you.
Pittsburgh is home to a lot of great people and great local businesses, and we're proud to be one of them.
Hi, John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window company for over 45 years.
If you're looking to replace your old worn-out windows with new energy-efficient ones, then consider buying from a hometown business like us.
We're passionate about enhancing the beauty and efficiency of Pittsburgh homes using the top-of-the-line replacement windows, like our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows.
They're the strongest, longest-lasting, best insulating windows you can buy. They're way better than vinyl.
And right now, you can save 20% plus get no interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Experience the difference of buying from a locally owned, family-operated company.
Stop by one of our showrooms or visit us on the web at metropolitanwindows.com.
Or give us a call at 412-655-8411. PA 1565.
From the BJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, you have no idea how many people are sending me videos and texts about the ridiculous, insane roads around the city today. It's crazy.
It has been a crazy morning, Marty, and the good news is we didn't have a ton of accidents. It was just the snow hit during the rush hour, and everybody was just going so slowly. Really frustrating for folks, I know, this time of year, but we're glad that folks were able to take their time and get to where they needed to go safely. Hey, you want to plan ahead for lane restrictions on Route 380 Bigelow Boulevard today. Crews can be doing some guide rail repair work there up until about 3 p.m., and they could have some restrictions for you in each direction on Bigelow Boulevard, especially near the intersection with Heron Avenue, and do plan ahead for that. Right now, parkways are getting a little bit better for you. Parkway East inbound is slow between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and the Parkway West is sluggish on the front side of Green Tree Hill ahead of the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Breezy and cold the rest of today with flurries and a couple of heavier snow showers that can accumulate a coating to an inch. Watch for slick spots, the high 24. Brisk and cold tonight with a couple of snow showers, mainly early, though 14. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontier show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, halfway through the week. It is Wednesday. So much going on. Still bitter cold. Oh, man. But so many stories. We'll get into them today. 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap with you, KDK.
Man, I tell you what. Epic fires in Los Angeles right now. Epic. The latest number of acres burned. 6,000 acres burned, 0 containment on 4 fires. Wow. KNX reporter Brian Douglas. Good morning, Brian. What's going on right now, buddy? Thanks for doing this.
Hey, no problem, guys. I had to get on top of a hill here just to get a cell signal. I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. I am in Culver City. That's halfway between the 2 major fires. We have the Palisades burning along the coast near Malibu, Santa Monica, and we've got the Eaton fire now just above Pasadena. I can see downtown, and I am underneath a dark, dark cloud of smoke coming from the east, from the Eaton fire. The sun is very eerie in the sky. It's bright orange. There's a little bit of blue sky to the north of me. Then I turn to the west here, and you can kind of hear some of these winds kicking in, and I can see active flame on the hillside of the Palisades fire. I've lived out here for 30 years. I used to be an airborne reporter, I used to cover these things from the air when the winds weren't that strong. I can tell you we've never seen anything like this. Wow. If you were standing where I am right now, excuse me, I have to turn away from the wind. It would look like this whole place is burning down. This is. I heard you say epic before, Marty. That's exactly what it is. We don't know the amount of homes that have been destroyed yet because we can't get up into the air. We can't see yet. And just kind of ironic, the winds brought in some rain and snow last night. I can see through part of the smoke. Wow! One of our mountains here, Mount Baldy. It's got snow on top. Whoa. The snow-capped mountains, you can barely. It's being obscured now by the smoke. I just did a 360 here. There is smoke everywhere except for blue sky, just to the north of me.
Wow. So you're saying, because I read there hasn't been an event like this, and we're considering earthquakes and you name it, nothing like this in decades, right? It's that massive, right?
It is that massive. We have fires here all the time. You see it on the news. We have Santa Ana winds, especially this time of the year. This is where they peak, December and January. This is one of those events, and we were warned about this days before. They said this could be catastrophic. I was on the air yesterday here at KNX, and I was the anchor and I were going back and forth talking about something, and I just happened to notice some smoke on one of our cameras. I have access to these mountain cameras around here. And I said, this does not look good. That was the Palisades fire. That just blew up within minutes. And again, I haven't seen a fire just erupt from a little bit of smoke to covering hillsides and destroying homes within probably a matter of 30 minutes. It really is, and I don't mean to be hyperbolic. I don't mean to be exaggerating too much. It really is something that we've never seen here before.
And, Brian, what makes this so much different than all these other fires you said you've seen and that California's experienced?
It's the winds. The winds were so strong here last night, and they're expected to die down around 6. The winds were so strong that the firefighters couldn't get even a remote upper hand on any of these fires. Sometimes they're able to protect some structures, some homes and so forth. The wind was just so strong that it just this fire would spot in front of itself. I'm talking about the Palisades fire. So they couldn't control it. And now in the Palisades, as of last night, they ran out of water.
Whoa.
They had no water coming out of the fire hydrants.
Whoa. How the hell's that happen, Brian?
I don't know. The power's out. Maybe they can't power the pumps.
Oh, my God.
There's a lot of questions here that are going to need to be answered. But it's just the winds were so ferocious and strong that you couldn't get an upper hand. And it was so bad, guys. I think it was LA City Fire, put out a notification saying, listen, if you worked with us at one point, if you're off, we need you back. Wow. They needed people, and they still do.
Hey, Brian, you've been at this more than 30 years, and you've seen it all twice, as I like to say. But I can hear in your voice, this even makes you nervous, anxious.
Yeah, where I live, I'm kind of in the middle of everything. I'm not worried about my house. I'm just concerned about everyone else. It's just the aftermath of all this, and I think we're going to start to see video once we get some aircraft up out here, once the winds die down. You're going to see just entire neighborhoods in the middle of Pasadena, the entire area of Pacific Palisades, which we had 30,000 people yesterday evacuated.
Wow.
And if you know the topography out here, it's hills, it's mountains.
Yep.
Pacific Palisades, you can either evacuate on PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, or Sunset Boulevard. Those roads were gridlocked. People were leaving their cars to get away from the flames. So it really is that bad. And we're going to start to see images of entire neighborhoods and main streets just completely wiped out.
And just so I'm clear, are these densely populated areas? Are they kind of middle income? Like, what kind of neighborhoods are we talking about here?
They are, Pasadena's a city. It'd be like Monroeville, or it'd be one of the suburbs of Pittsburgh. It would be a lot of homes, downtown area, shopping area. These are the areas we're talking about. And Pacific Palisades is, let me just catch my breath. The wind is starting to blow here again. Pacific Palisades, upper middle class. And, when I report on stuff like this, I hate to say they're expensive homes.
No, I get
there's somebody's home. It doesn't matter how much the home's worth, but a lot of big homes burned out there. We had a lot of homes along PCH, right along the waterfront homes, oceanfront homes. they're still burning. As a matter of fact, I am looking I'm looking right at Santa Monica. Looks like we have a new neighborhood or something that just went up in flames.
Wow.
There's just thick black smoke now coming from the middle of this other cloud of smoke.
Hey, man, I've been in minor fires and had a hard time breathing. Do you have to have a mask or breathing apparatus or anything? Are you wearing glasses, Brian, from the debris?
The debris has let up a little bit.
Okay.
I came out. There was ash all over my car.
Oh.
I should have a mask on. I do have one in the car. I just came up here, and it's actually where I am right now. I'm actually in a pocket. It's not clean air. It's still smoky, but I can at least see what's going on around me. And that's just my own stupid fault, but my car's not far from here. But it does. It smells like a campfire. Anywhere you go here in Southern California, it smells like a campfire.
Hey, man, before we let you go, and I know you're slammed, and thank goodness for your reporting. It's amazing. What about the folks in downtown L.A.? Are they safe?
I'm looking at downtown now. They're safe.
Yeah.
They're fine. Just a lot of smoke, a lot of bad air quality. One of the concerns last night with the Palisades fire, and this is right before I went to bed, because the winds were so strong, this was burning mostly in the hills and the mountains, the shrub, but the winds were so strong, we had a warning that this fire could make its way into the city. We're talking Brentwood, Santa Monica, West L.A., and this is just a densely populated area. This is just homes and businesses. You know, there's trees along the streets. That's how bad this fire was. It did not I'm actually looking at some fires. Looks like Brentwood may have caught a little tail end of this here. And Brentwood's another area along the hills. It's a wealthy community. You'll find a lot of celebrities and folks live out there. But that was the concern. It's still, and the Eaton fire now, you know, I can't see the flames because of all the smoke, but that's the real issue too. That's starting to burn to the north near La Cañada, Flint Ridge, La Crescenta, and that's their homes, and that's a densely populated area, and that's in a big valley. So that fire with the winds those winds could just funnel that fire and continue north, which is happening right now.
Brian, you're amazing, man, with KNX. Brian Douglas, unbelievable, brother. Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you.
You got it, guys. Thank you.
Wow. I'm also really impressed that he knew Monroeville.
I know. I'm wondering if he has a connection here.
I don't know, but he's damn good.
Yeah. Wow. That's really scary.
Breaks my heart, man.
Yeah.
Because you think of the comeback, and, man, we're right back. Wow. We called some folks that live out there, and they're too freaked out, evacuating to try and even get on the radio.
Yeah, I believe
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
As we have a disabled vehicle downtown, a box truck, Marty. This is on the stretch of the Parkway Central after you come around the bend from the Fort Duquesne Bridge and try to head toward the ramps for Monroeville or toward the Grant Street exit on the Parkway East, and things are just really tied up around this thing. It's in the right lane, and folks are very slow getting by, so you're finding you have very heavy traffic coming off of the Fort Duquesne Bridge and trying to head toward 376 on the outbound ride. 376 inbound is slow right around the Edgewood-Swissvale interchange before the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Getting reports just now of an accident on 28 southbound near the Cheswick interchange, so watch for that. Parkway West inbound is just slowing right before the Banksville on-ramp headed for the Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. New year, and I need, and maybe you need, new windows. We got this big picture window we've got my friends at Universal Windows Direct taking a look at. They're the best windows. They're draft-free, the best insulation, the best pricing. Amazing. Buy two, get two free. Buy four, get four free. Get it? It's absolutely fantastic. And 36 months of no interest financing. 412-543-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey guys, it's Jim Costa from Cash the Ticket. If you're planning on betting the NFL playoffs, buckle up. Betting football's hard enough as it is. We're doing the research for you. So listen to Cash the Ticket with Mike Valeni and I. We'll be dropping new episodes for every single playoff game. And that's going to be storylines leading into it, so some good football stuff, but also the betting nuggets you're looking for. Sides, totals, trends, player props, throw those in there too. Pre-game and post-game, we're going to be all over the postseason. Subscribe to Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. For a few months now, you've heard me sing the praises of CNS Cousins Construction. 3 local guys, Sam, Steve, Calvin. They want me to let you know that they keep working through the winter months. They really do. So if you're considering replacing windows, doors, decks, everything from the top of your house to the patio, call them now. From planning and design to construction, they're the best. CNS Cousins Construction, 989-268-7467. 989-268-7467.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
With Hers, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. Based on pricing through Hers, save up to 91% per month with compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient as the name brand drug. Get started at 4hers.com/start today. That's 4hers.com/start.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
If you are new to Medicare and have questions, Aetna can help. Aetna has a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plan includes benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-3415 to learn more. A licensed agent will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Jed from Michigan asks, is this a good time to use extra money to buy intermediate or other bond funds for a long-term investment? Well, Jed, if this is part of your overall game plan and it's time for you to rebalance, then I'm okay with it. If your allocation calls for bonds and maybe you're a little bit light, sure, go ahead, buy or reallocate. You may want to try to do some tax loss harvesting to offset any potential tax hit that may come as a result. If this is a case of you changing your allocation in order to time the market, then I would argue against that.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
At Progressive, we're making things even easier. We'll help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Well, I'm sick again over what's going on in the city of Pittsburgh. The crap show continues. It was just yesterday. This is so ignorant. It was just yesterday. We spent at least an hour talking about Bigelow Boulevard. A woman lying on the street had just been ejected from her car because Bigelow Boulevard was all ice because it wasn't salted. Today, as if it's friggin' Groundhog Day, the same exact scenario on Bigelow Boulevard. Part 2 of this idiocy. This is so ignorant. I read this yesterday to the world about Negley Avenue. The city is so lazy right now. Instead of salting at Negley Avenue whenever it gets icy, they just block it off. Same with Beck's Run. Beck's Run was so icy, they blocked it off, and the cop said, to hell with that, open it up, someone's going to get killed. This has to stop. Listen to what I read yesterday, and then we're going to get to my man Joey. 2 weeks ago, 2 city laborers were sent to salt South Negley a day and a half after the snow stopped. Foreman went to check on them to open South Negley up. He rolled up and found 2 laborers were parked on a side road smoking weed. That's a fact, Jack. Look, this morning I posted on X. It's as if this is happening all over again because they don't know what the F to do. Bigelow's backed up for miles, and Negley shut down with, a city truck stuck on it. World's greatest tow truck driver, one of my boys, Joey, on the line. Joey, good
afternoon, sir.
It's really difficult to get around. You've seen it firsthand, right?
Yeah, I was completely shocked this morning that, like you said, Groundhog Day, Bigelow Boulevard again, untouched. To take it a step further, I was coming around Mossfield, which was up near like Allegheny Cemetery there, coming up to Garfield. That was a sheet of ice. There was a salt truck that was a couple cars ahead of me, and I noticed he wasn't salting, and we got up to Penn Avenue, and I was able to get up beside him, and I said, hey, man, I said, you're not throwing any salt down, thinking maybe he didn't realize his system wasn't on.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, this isn't my route.
What?
Like, how crazy is that?
Hold on a second.
How crazy is that?
So you told the guy to throw some friggin' salt down. He said, no, it's not my route.
Yeah, he said, this isn't my route, and kept on going.
Wow.
And then I got up to Bigelow, and then I was amazed that, after yesterday what had happened, that same exact stretch from the Bloomfield Bridge all the way down to, I come down and get on the Liberty Bridge. It was untouched. I couldn't believe it.
And then what did you see on Negley?
On Negley this morning, they about 6:30, Negley was open because it didn't, over on this side of town, it didn't start snowing until a little bit after 7. Negley was open, and then once it started snowing, they put the barricades up, and I don't know if the city truck was trying to go up to block the top or what he was doing, but he was stuck in the middle of the hill.
Stuck in the middle of the hill, the city truck.
Yeah.
Joey, a meeting of the minds and no one showed up. Thanks for the truth, brother.
Nah, everybody be safe out there.
I don't know, man. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. Shameful. Billy, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, what's up? How you doing?
Brother? How are you?
Hey, the problem is the city, they don't drug test the laborers.
Right on. Well, by the way, I confirmed this yesterday, so they can get high if they want to.
Yeah, the drivers with the CDLs in the big trucks, they get tested randomly. The laborers do not.
Yeah, but my man, when the boss grabs 2 guys smoking a joint instead of salting the road, why the hell aren't they disciplined, brother?
They should be. They should be drug tested and disciplined right
there
away.
on the spot. And they should be arrested for DUI.
Exactly.
It's a disgrace. Thanks, brother. You're the best. It's embarrassing, honey.
Well, people's lives are at stake. I mean,
Right.
It's ridiculous. People are getting injured.
Jesus. Woman was lying on her back. We covered her face because we didn't want to identify her on Bigelow Boulevard yesterday. Exactly what Christine said. Hit ice, hit a guardrail, nearly killed, ejected from her car. The road wasn't salted. Same thing again today. Now the city sent out a note for people to clean off their cars and be careful when they're driving. Really?
And those are main roads. These are not just like little side streets.
To which I say, is this as good as it gets? It better not be.
Honored to win the Marconi Award as the best news talk station in the country. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to move better? Do you want to decrease your meds? Do you want to have more self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence? Then why not? Let's do it. I'm Dr. Bridget Chufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. You've heard my voice now for over 26 years. I'll be your partner. Make it easy, possible. We live in Pittsburgh. We'll be living the next few months in the cold. Let's make this time our time for improving ourselves and emerge a brand new person. Give me a call at 1-800-900-THIN.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like Threat Protection Pro's safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. An important message about your timeshare from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. Contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about timeshare cancellation.
Call 800-408-4040. That's 800-408-4040.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
22 with light snow at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The pattern of light snow showers we've been experiencing and this cold Arctic air will continue for the next several days.
The big storm that came through the area a couple of days ago, it's kind of dropped anchor near Atlantic Canada, and it's just generating all of this wind and the cold. It's not extreme, it's not record-setting, but it's just ever-present. It's not going away, so that flow off the lakes is producing a lot of clouds and these flurries and some heavier snow showers. I'm seeing a couple of them over toward Cannonsburg and drifting kind of southeastward.
On the Big K Morning Show, AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg said there'll be snowflakes in the air about 80% of the time today. California firefighters are battling wind-whipped wildfires tearing across the Los Angeles area. The blazes burning uncontained early today have destroyed homes and strained resources. KNX reporter John Baird told KDKA's Marty Griffin what it's like in one Malibu neighborhood.
There have been homes that have burned up and down the street all night, and fire crews have been here trying to protect the ones that they could while the homes next door burned. And let me tell you, they were doing that with the winds just blasting through here. It was crazy.
As tens of thousands of residents were fleeing to safety, roadways became impassable when they abandoned their vehicles in the gridlock. 3 people died and 2 others were injured after a possible carbon monoxide leak at a home in Butler. First responders were called to the house on College Street around 5 p.m. 2 men and a woman were found dead on the second floor. 2 people were taken to a hospital, conditions unknown. Investigators say carbon monoxide levels in the home were high. The identities of the victims have yet to be released. The autopsies are taking place today. Beaver Falls police are looking to arrest a man accused in a fatal shooting at the end of last month. Daniel Fellow II allegedly shot Eric Mason in the back of the head on December 29th. Mason's body was discovered the next day in an empty building on 11th Street. Fellow, who is wanted for homicide and robbery, is 5'8", weighs 200 pounds, and has brown hair and hazel eyes. Police say he's dangerous. Anyone who sees Fellow is advised to stay away and call 911. The 2 surviving shooting victims of the Trump rally intend to sue over security lapses. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the latest.
The New York-based attorneys for David Dutch and James Copenhaver sent letters to Washington County officials recently notifying them they plan to sue the county and its Department of Public Safety since members of the county's regional SWAT team were on site providing security when shots were fired during the July 13th rally. The notice lists numerous counties and individual municipalities in the region, including the various SWAT teams and local police departments that composed those groups that were part of the security detail. No lawsuit has been filed as of yet by the law firm representing Dutch and Copenhaver, but the notices sent to Washington County and other counties clearly indicate one is forthcoming. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 29 points at 42,499. The NASDAQ is down 35 points, and the S&P is down 7. KDKA Sports, 3 college basketball games tonight. Penn State is at number 13, Illinois. St. Joe's visits Duquesne, and Cleveland State is at Robert Morris. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. 22 with light snow in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
This is the time of the year when a lot of people want to set new goals for the new year. I just sat down with Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist, Dan Bitchoff. I've known Dan for many years. He's helped a lot of people. Hi, this is Larry Richard. So what are your goals? You want to lose weight? You want to stop smoking or dealing with anxiety? A lot of people are dealing with that. Call the PA Hypnosis Center today. You can set up a no-obligation pre-consultation at 724-934-8446. Just mention KDKA. Dan will give you $100 off any gift certificate so you can gift this opportunity. And with the PA Hypnosis Center and Dan Bitchoff, he'll offer you a 98% success guarantee. So whatever your goals are, achieve them. You can by calling 724-934-8446, the PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Call now.
Hey, it's Marty. I go back 20 years with Phil DeLucente, one of the best lawyers in the country and one of my close friends. And, I mean, they handle unbelievable cases, fraud, criminal cases, big-time product liability and medical malpractice cases, the experts. And Phil gets it right. We have been using him on air for nearly 20 years. GetPhil.com. 800-438-7445. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, Pop-Up Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. On southbound 28 near the Cheswick exit, we do have crews dealing with an accident there. Also, we are just watching live with the PennDOT cameras as a wrecker is removing a disabled box truck. This is from the Parkway Central, just after you round the bend from the point, coming off of the Fort Duquesne Bridge ramps and trying to head toward the Parkway East. Traffic is heavy in that area because of that earlier obstacle. Good news is it is getting yanked out of your way as we speak, and so those delays will dissipate for you. Plan ahead for lane restrictions and possible delays on Route 380 Bigelow Boulevard today. Crews could be doing some guide rail repair work at the intersection with Heron Avenue anytime until 3 p.m. today, and you could find restrictions at times between 579 and Heron Avenue on Bigelow. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Cloudy the rest of today, breezy and cold, flurries, even a couple of heavier snow showers. There can be a coating to an inch in places. Watch for slippery travel conditions, the high 24. Brisk and quite cold tonight with clouds and a couple of snow showers, mainly early, low 14. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal, and law enforcement officers can tell if you're driving high. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, we're going live to Los Angeles to a news conference right now with the fire chief. Massive fires. Listen in.
With that, I'll be touching on a couple major points. With the Pacific Palisades fire, we know that it continues to demand a significant amount of resources and attention. A second major brush fire, now referred to as the Hearst Fire, has erupted in the Sylmar area of Los Angeles. Now, together, these fires are stretching the capacity of emergency services to their maximum limits. The Los Angeles City Fire Department is battling these two major fires while also maintaining, I want to focus on this as well, 911 services for the city's approximate 4 million residents. Now, despite the severity of the conditions, our department remains fully committed to safeguarding lives and property. Next, I want to focus on what we've done over the last 24 hours. And with that, even within the city of Los Angeles, with these two major brush fires, our department has responded to 3,624 911 calls for service. And to put that in perspective, our average is just under 1,500 calls in a 24-hour period. Over the last 24 hours, we've also responded to an additional 32 structure fires within the city. We've treated and transported an extensive number of medical emergencies, well extending our normal 650 transports to the local hospitals. When it comes to the Pacific Palisades fire, as Chief Maroney had said, this is over 3,000 acres at this point and continues to grow.
Wow.
We will confirm the exact acreage later, so we'll make sure that we also communicate that to the community and to the media. Last night, as of 1930 hours, all aircrafts were grounded due to high winds. Aircraft are continuing to be able to resume their water drops and acreage mapping today when the weather allows us to do so. A total of 3,398 civilians and 15,105 structures are in the evacuation zone. And again, the evacuation zones are the following: north of PCH, west of Kenter Avenue and San Vicente Boulevard, south of Mulholland Drive, and east of Topanga Canyon Boulevard. There are multiple evacuation centers which are supported by the American Red Cross. Injuries. Of course, there's a lot of interest in injuries. We have several firefighters and civilian injuries that have been reported, and all patients have been treated and transported to the local hospitals. Damage assessments. Chief Maroney did speak about a specific number. We are still vetting that through on the city side, so more information to come, and we will message that as soon as we can validate that. Approximately 400 LAP firefighters have been deployed to the Palisades fire. We have many hundreds of law enforcement officers, our partner agency responders, and public works members engaged in supporting our overall operations. We are going to be transitioning to CAL FIRE this morning to manage this incident at 0800 hours. Next, I'd like to talk briefly about our Hearst fire, which is located in Sylmar. Last night at approximately 10:10 p.m., the fire erupted in the Sylmar area of Los Angeles, adjacent to the Los Angeles National Forest. The fire has rapidly expanded to over 500 acres, prompting the emergency evacuation of more than 3,000 residents. This fire is burning within the footprint of the historic Saddle Ridge fire. Now, despite the extreme winds and significant risks, and that's what we're going to be talking about from today and probably throughout the next few days, there's always that significant risk of life and property. We continue to focus on saving lives and protecting property. The exact acreage at this point will be confirmed later, and we'll make sure that we communicate that to you as well. Lastly, we want to make sure that everybody understands we're absolutely not out of danger yet. With the strong winds that continue to push through the city and the county today, I will tell you, and we are all committed to our first responders, our firefighters will remain focused on protecting lives and property. The LAFD is extremely proud to stand with all of the entities behind me. Our top priority will continue to be life safety, ensuring that safe evacuation and the rescues of our residents that are in harm's way. It will continue to be our primary focus in this wind-driven fire event as it continues. Thank you for your cooperation, your support, and your diligence. And today, we will continue to stand with our partners to protect everyone.
Wow. That's amazing. Why is this important? Because it's massive, because it's historic, because as the reporters we've had live, one of the reporters, what did he say? It was a journey into hell. Seriously. One of the reporters we had on live from L.A., there were flames over his head. There were flames over his head. And I'm getting, wow, unbelievable pictures sent to me by folks living out there in Los Angeles. A guy's daughter lives out there, and she's sending me these photographs. My gosh. Her entire neighborhood is on fire. Ma'am, get the hell out of there. Forget the photographs. In this Instagram society we live in, people are really got their priorities screwed up. let's get the picture. To hell with the picture. Get in your damn car and get the hell out of the neighborhood. You heard the fire chief. I wanted to get to some of the damage out there so far. Let me get these numbers. In Palisades, more than 1,000 structures destroyed. High injury rate. Wow. Eaton Fire, 100 structures destroyed. High injury rate. L.A. City Fire Chief. They responded to more than 32 structure fires already in the city. It's cataclysmic. We've had folks who live out there reach out to us to come on and talk about what they're seeing right now, and they changed their mind and couldn't do it because they're in a panic and trying to get to safety. God bless them. This is cataclysmic. And driven by the winds, up to 100 miles an hour. So windy they can't see, so windy they can't get the choppers up in the air. It's that bad, folks. Cataclysmic. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
Continue to have traffic that can be slow for you at times, although things are easing off. We also have crews that continue to work with an accident for you on southbound 28 approaching the Cheswick interchange, so do watch out for sluggish traffic around that. Once you get past that, heading into town via Route 28, not a bad ride. Same story on the Parkway North, I-279. Parkway West inbound continues to fluctuate a bit right now, just a bit of a delay for you as you approach the Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound ride toward the airport, pretty decent right now. Parkway East inbound is moving nicely toward those Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes, placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Start a new journey of clean eating at Salem's Market. Fresh halal meats, produce, dairy, and everyday essentials to help put you on the right track towards healthy living. Find more online at salemsmarketgrill.com. And Happy New Year from Salem's Market. If you're over 60 and looking for a weight loss program built specifically for you, Awaken 180 is your solution with Awaken 180 Golden, a new 1 to 3 month program for fast weight loss tailored to those over 60. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. During Window Nation's January sale, get 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest and 0 payments for 2 years. Sale ends January 31st, so schedule your consult today at 866-90Nation or at windownation.com.
Details at kdkaradio.com.
So, the best food in this area is in Oakmont right now. The Lot at Edgewater, the Pub at 333, Hofstadt's, Michael A's, Vinny's Tavern, and the place that started it all, Carnivores. I'm telling you, folks, I've eaten at all of them, and my man J.K., the Oakmont Restaurant King, delivers nothing but the best. Oakmont, the best food, the best community. Check it out.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking. Early bird special, $49.99. Seminars Wednesday, January 8th, Hilton Garden in Pittsburgh, Cranberry. Weight loss 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking 8 p.m. Or Thursday, January 9th, Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh West and Green Tree. Weight loss 5:30. Stop smoking 8 p.m.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. FYZICAL. 412-457-8200. Right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation. Jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical. FYZICAL. It works.
Warm up with some great winter savings at Coons Market.
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs, $2.29 a pound. Cara oranges, 3-pound bag, $2.99 each. And Essential Everyday Awesome paper towels, 8-roll pack, $4.99 each. Come see us at Coons.
Look, this is the time of the year when you start seeing stuff around your windows because it gets wet, it gets icy, okay? So we have this bay window in the front of our house. It needs to be replaced. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, man. I got to call Universal Windows Direct. Why? It's the holiday season. It's the new year. A lot going on. But what they're doing, folks, is they're offering this unbelievable special right now. Right now. They have the best windows, the best insulation, the best guarantees. Right now, every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. No limit. Buy 4, get 4 free. Okay? Buy 8, get 8 free. Also, 0% financing for 60 months. 5 years, folks, of interest-free payments. It's a great company. They have a great product. Universal Windows Direct. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. Free in-home estimate. It's a great company. Check it out. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Hear about it. Then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Top 5 favorite guests of all time. Sam DeMarco's one of them. I'm a big, why? Stand-up guy. Why? Connected guy. Why? Honest guy. And why? He loves the fight. And finally, why? He gives a damn. If you give a damn, I give a damn. If you don't give a damn, I don't care. I was hanging with Sam. I had no idea. I was hanging with Sam on Saturday night. I had the privilege of hanging with the Steeler game. What's up, Sam?
Hey, Marty. Thanks for having me today.
You are now officially, formally a big shot. How about that?
Well, I don't know about that, but you broke news yesterday with your investigative journalism, right? And sharing what I shared with you on Saturday night.
No,
but,
I knew.
Yeah, but listen,
hold on, let's be honest, Sam, because you are my man. I reached out to Sam a month ago and said, I hear you got a gig. He goes, no comment. It's just rumor. Wasn't rumor. It's friggin' great, man. All right. So tell us what you're going to do. But before we do that, when are you done with county council formally?
I had planned to resign on Tuesday, January 14th, which is the first meeting of the year here. So that's what I still intend to do.
Okay. And how does that work?
So I'll step down.
Logistically, Sam, how does that work?
Well, just, the way I spoke to the president of council, and he was just going to, during new business, just bring it up, and then I would just announce my resignation there, submit a letter, and then step down. Then what will happen is the Republican caucus of county council, which consists solely of Suzanne Filiaggi, will get to select who my replacement will be for 2025. Now, whomever she selects will hopefully run for that seat, which they'll have to because it's a municipal election year, to serve the remainder of my term, which runs through 2027.
I don't know her, which is it's my fault, not hers. But she ain't you, and I'm not trying to put someone up against someone else. Not outspoken, not assertive, not that aggressive, and the way you take on things is probably why you have the new gig. Describe the new job for us and what you're going to be doing.
Well, I'm very excited, Marty. I'm going to be the Southwestern Pennsylvania Regional Director for Senator McCormick's office, and my job will be to interface with so many of the folks here in the Southwestern region and try to bring opportunities to improve their lives to the attention of the senator and his office. I will be responsible for the staffing of the office, where we hope to provide superior constituent services, as that is something that the senator is clearly focused on. And I'm looking forward to working with, many of the folks I've worked with in the past, the commissioners, like Leslie Oshie, up in Butler, the folks in Westmoreland County, Ms. Sherman, Commissioner Sherman, and down there in Washington County and others, as well as folks like Rich Fitzgerald, who's on the Southwest Planning Commission, to try to take and bring investment in business and whatever we can do, back to this region. And I can tell you, my phone's already ringing off the hook, from folks with the universities and, with, the tech companies and things of that nature, with what they believe are opportunities for me to present to the senators. So I'm very, very excited about the new role and looking forward to it.
For selfish reasons, and it's just the truth, this is crappy for me because you're the guy, man. You're the warrior on the Council of Dimwits. And they're not all dimwits, but they do things, for instance, this tax increase that you stood and fought against, the U.S. Steel deal, which you have stood up and fought for forever. My concern is that there won't be a strong Republican voice in Allegheny County anymore. Am I right or wrong? You concerned, a little nervous?
Well, look, I think anytime someone, moves from one position to another, there's always a little bit of a void there. But I believe, Marty, I think having been the chair of the Republican Party as well as the at-large member on council, I may have stifled, some Republican voices which will now have the opportunity to rise and make themselves heard. I can tell you that my colleague on county council, Suzanne Filiaggi, is a great lady, a great woman. She's an attorney, worked in the district attorney's office, was a defense attorney. I mean, she really gets it. And to watch her in her line of questioning during committee meetings and things of that nature, and to blow the whistle.
Here's the thing for me that I mean this too, and as you know, I like Dave McCormick a lot. He is what I call an A student, and there aren't many A students left. And I've been texting about you. I've been texting about some of my friends who've been discussed for the U.S. Attorney's job. And my thing is, I think, because we never had Casey in here one time in 8 years. And we had Dave in here, I don't know, 3 times with his wife. And my point is, for the listeners out there, forget about Marty Griffin in this little studio. They should expect a more active, engaged senator and staff, should they not, sir?
Oh, absolutely, Marty. I am going to be very engaged and active here. And I think this is an exciting time for the people of Western Pennsylvania. I mean, we have both U.S. senators living here in Allegheny County.
It's nice.
Okay. And I think you may have seen Senator Fetterman in some of his interviews is talking about him having had a great meeting with Senator McCormick and looking forward to trying to work together on some things. And I'll be looking to work with Senator Fetterman's staff, on things where we can. Again, listen, it's all about serving the people. And I just believe, Marty, that this was a tremendous opportunity that the senator offered me.
I love it.
And I believe that I'll be able to do so much more for the people of our region in this role than I was able to do on council.
Hey, I love it. Are you in the new office right now?
Setting it up. Yes, sir.
And that's, you kind of, for convenience sake, you just moved into Casey's old thing, right?
Exactly. I mean, you have a limited amount of time in between an election, and when the swearing in takes place. And GSA, the wheels of government can move slowly. But Senator McCormick was adamant about getting up to speed and getting these offices open as soon as possible. So for that reason, we took short-term leases in all of Senator Casey's.
Hey, man, do you have any snacks? Because I like snacks in an office. Do you have any snacks, Sam?
Marty, I don't even have a water here. But Nikki's on Grant is downstairs. So Nikki has told me to come on down.
I love him.
Welcome.
It's a hell of a thing, and folks in Allegheny County should know that Sam will be hooking us up. And I mean, that's important stuff. Congrats, my brother. You were absolutely the best. And I've said all along, Sam should be in a much bigger gig, and now you are. Thanks, my man.
Marty, thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate having worked with you and hope to continue to do so down the road.
All right, my man. Talk to you,
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Love them. It's a big deal for us, folks. It'll help us a lot.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
California Psychics is the real deal. They help me out totally changed my attitude, totally got me psyched to start my business and to take a new path in my life.
At California Psychics, we only connect our customers with the best. We reject 98% of the psychics who apply to us, so we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. New customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
There is treatment for neuropathy. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla. At Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine, we treat neuropathy patients daily. No drugs, no surgery, just relief. Call 724-224-2224 for a free consultation in our Sarver or Brackenridge locations.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
22 with light snow. It's 11:30.
This just in. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News special report. 4 major wildfires are burning in L.A. County, killing at least 2 people, fueled by strong winds. They've destroyed more than 1,000 structures and created nightmare conditions.
I was on Sunset Boulevard. It was black. I couldn't see 3 feet in front of my car, and big trees were falling down right in front of me.
Sue Cole lives in Pasadena.
The entire town, as we've known it from decades, is gone. I mean, there's very few structures left there.
The fires are not contained. The fire department's Anthony Maroney.
The National Weather Service has predicted a continued red flag weather event with strong winds and low humidities, placing all residents of Los Angeles County in danger.
Many people also remain injured. CBS News special report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
And I'm Paul Rasmussen, again repeating our top story. More than 1,000 structures have been destroyed in the California wildfires. We'll have an update at our 12 o'clock news. A Pittsburgh-based company says in just a few months it expects to introduce self-driving trucks on its first commercial route. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado reports.
While you won't see them in Pittsburgh, it'll be a different story in Texas. Aurora's Gerardo Interiano joined the Big K Morning Show and says,
our plan is to pull the driver in Texas, which is where we're running our operations today, in April. And then by 2027, by partnering with NVIDIA and Continental, we'll be able to mass manufacture these trucks and start delivering them to consumer, which means that we'll be delivering those benefits.
NVIDIA's CEO made the announcement of their partnership at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 3 points at 42,525. The Nasdaq down 28 points. The S&P down 2 now. KDKA Radio, news time 11:32. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio, KDKA.
In the U.S., there are about 60 million adults 65 and older. And last year, nearly 1 million of them were hospitalized due to flu, COVID, or RSV. That's nearly 1 million people who planned to go visit family or see friends, but ended up in the hospital instead. So get this season's vaccines, and don't let flu, COVID, or RSV make you just another number.
Risk less. Do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime, tarnished maybe, or simply disgusting? Well, Colin Dunlap here from my great friends Larry and Nick, the owners of Boulevard Glass and Metal. This is the same team of guys you see installing large glass storefronts all around town. Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a custom glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online, boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a couple questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Learn how the Inflation Reduction Act will affect your Medicare plan in 2025. Dina Schmid, founder of One Health Benefits, is an expert in navigating all Medicare plan options and providing you with a complete comprehensive plan that best fits your needs. With over 2 decades of experience, Dina makes sure you're well covered and there's never a fee for her services. Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873, 724-799-8873. Learn more at onehealthbenefits.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, Bob Bowser, Ellen Gamble, what's up out there?
All right, thanks, Marty. A pretty decent ride on most of the area roads. We do have one accident making the roster right now. This one reported in Marshall Township on Brush Creek Road at Erickson Drive. So watch out for first responders who are headed to the scene there. Parkway West inbound just a...
Jam Insurance. We're like a symphony. It all starts by doing